Good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Yvonne, and this is my world of crafting. Today, I have for you a scavenger hunt journal for 2022. I actually finished it. Um, I will link the video of the woman who's doing this if you want to follow along and make one yourself. Um, Something about you can enter a contest, or I don't know. There's some kind of drawing. I'm not entering that. I just wanted to see if I could do it. And I finished mine, so I thought I would do a flip. That was a tongue twister, wasn't it? A flip through to show you all what I did and how I interpreted the prompts. There's 100 prompts. Um, I think it's till April. But yeah, I already got mine done. So I'm going to move on to another journal. But without further ado, let me turn you down here so you can see what I did. I hate this one. Okay, we'll do it this way. Alright. So, my cover, we had to do a puzzle of some kind, and we had to do a cartoon character. And so I just did a puzzle of Dumbo to take care of both of them, because I like Dumbo, and I had this puzzle in hand that I was going to use for something else. We also had to use fibers and a charm, so I've got a key on the outside of mine. We were supposed to do calligraphy letters, so I did use stickers, but there is calligraphy writing throughout, the best I could do. Okay, we had to do something Monopoly, and I had this game board from Dollar Tree. I kept it intact because um, it's a small enough size that my husband and I, if we get bored, him and I could play it. So I've got all that down here. Um, we were supposed to do candy wrappers and snack wrappers, and so these are my favorite candies. So there's the wrappers from those and the little stickers, and then I love these two granola bars. Those are what I usually have for snacks. And then oh, what was that one? This was one of the prompts too. Illuminated letters. That's what that one was. I skipped a page. This is my washi tape one. And then we had to do a swatch. So I swatched my signature Crayolas. And then I did watercolors over here for my, what was that for? I didn't go in order. You know, I should have numbered this so I'd know what I was doing. Let me get my glasses on too. Ah, I can see. That may be my watercolors. Yeah, that was my watercolors. This was my cat page. Sorry, I was out of frame. This is oy, my food sticker page. And then my playing cards. This one says, sometimes I question my sanity, but my unicorn said I'm fine. Walk softly, wear a big horn. I thought those were funny. So that's a little tuck spot. I don't know that a tuck spot. So we're supposed to use playing cards, food stickers. We're supposed to use wrapping paper. So this wrapping paper was from my aunt in London. She sent me a Christmas present this year. I drew a gnome and I stuck him a feather to his little hat because we had to use a feather. We had to draw an art supply. So that's a paintbrush. That's a funny looking paintbrush, I know. But it's alright. We had to do canceled stamps and soup labels. So I did this tomato soup label. It also has a recipe on it. And then I only had these two right here that were real canceled stamps. These two are real. The rest of them came out of a stamp magazine. That was my grandmother's, and I just drew the squiggly lines to cancel them. This is Chinese checkers. I cut it in half. This is the guy from Pictionary. I'm going to draw something from Clue. So that's the iron pipe. We had to have something from Old Maid, and I just thought she was too cute not to include. Then if you flip this open, I drew some dominoes, and then I drew my bingo board out. We had to use a paper clip or a rag flag, and I don't know what a rag flag is, but I had a paper clip, so I did that. Let's flip this page. We had to use sprays, so I sprayed this. That's my postcard that I drew. That's just some doodles. And it says love song because there's my bird. That's a napkin. Um, we had to write a menu, so I wrote chicken salad $6, barbecue ribs 7, mac and cheese 2, mashed potatoes 2, hamburgers and fries 7.98, Pepsi's 3, sweet tea's $1, unsweet tea's $1, ice cream cone 2, cookies are 3. And that's the Hillbilly Picnic. That's that would be the name of my restaurant if I had one. And then I think I'm going to use a tag. So I've got a tag there. I see fibers. I got another tag. I didn't make these two tags. Oh, oh. What is her name? She's from Sweden. Nika. Nika made those for me. Or Negan. Negan? Negan. What was that for? We wrote them. Oh, and then we had to write an ad, I believe. Let me see. Write the menu. Like I said, I didn't go in order. I just went all over the place because that's just how I'd work. could have sworn. Oh, the used and unused product was also my watercolors because I had gotten those and I had never used them. Yeah, create an ad. So I created an ad. Come eat at the Hillbilly Picnic. We're friendly and want to see you and fill your belly with good food, good home cooked food. So that was my ad. What was that? Oh, then we had to do a never have I ever. So I put never have I ever been in jail. Then we had to do fortune cookies. So I made the little fortunes. And it says you're loved. And oh, we had to add pockets. So that's, I got a ton of pockets right there. And then it says stand on your head. Just some little silly ones. Okay. Let's keep this down. We had to add a paper doll. So I got her and I put all her clothes in there so I can dress her up. And then we were to use a pattern paper, and I loved this butterfly paper. And then we were supposed to add an old photo. So let me see if I can do this. The guy with the bandana, that's my daddy. And then my mom and me. Sorry. Okay, next page. Moving on. We had to do a diary entry. Mine says, Dear Diary, I started the scavenger hunt challenge for the first time. It is both maddening and fun. Um, we had to write a demand notice. I put, I want money for driving. We had to make a matchbook. So, and we also had to use glitter somewhere. So there's glitter, and there's my little matchbook. I did it so it has little papers in it. And then we had to do a weird text message. So well, we had to do a text message. So I did one for my husband and I. It's weird. It says, me. I need you to pick up dinner. Hubby, what do you want? Me, I don't care. Hubby, don't know that place. Try again. Because my husband's a smart aleck. Then we had to do a Tetris thing. So there's my Tetris board. We had to do origami. So I learned how to make this heart. And I'm using it as a tuck spot. Then we had to do splatters and use buttons and marbling and a tea bag and was that my why was that there? Why was that don't worry be happy there? Oh, that was my illustrated quote. So there's my don't worry be happy illustrated quote. We had to make a tea bag or have a tea bag on here. I made this tea bag because we don't drink tea like this. I like tea like that. That's just out. Actually, it's out. We had to do fingerprints. I think I said splatters. That didn't so much turn out as a splatter as I accidentally dropped my stuff on there. And then there's some silver foil. These are some buttons I made. We had to add buttons. Okie dokie. We had to do coffee stains, tea stains, useless random facts. Every color of a Fruit Loop tastes the same. We had to do acrylic skins. I'm not good at that acrylic skins. Mine kind of turned out into pieces and blobs. Then we had to do something for categories. I had to look that up. I had no idea what it was. So I just wrote down a list of one of their lists for categories. Then we had to do a monochromatic page. So that's where that's where that one comes in. I didn't realize that that would count too. I had already done that, but hey. Um, then we had to put in receipts and stuff. So these are just grocery receipts and uh, whatnot in there. Yep. Okay. Then we had to do a phone book page. So I did a phone book page. And then, was this my tip-in page? Yes, tip-ins. I had to look up what a tip-in was. You can do a tip up, a tip sideways, a tippy down. So I've got a lot of places to write if I ever decide to write or do some more doodling. I don't know what the hearts are for. Oh, and the watercolor hearts were also my page of hearts. Okay. We had to do a historical article, and I found this one. It says this isn't a dinosaur fossil, it's a mummy. Scientists think the 10 million year old dinosaur was swept to the sea by a flooding river, sank, landed on its back, and swept. Oh, landed on its back and was pressed into the ocean floor. It's so well preserved that it still has intestines and weighs 2,500 of its original 3,000 pounds. This prehistoric armored plant eater is the best preserved fossil of its kind ever found. I thought this was cool and also a little sad because they found this dinosaur perfectly intact, but the way he died, that's just kind of sad. But neat. Okay, on to the next. Apparently, I was very happy. This is my checkerboard we were supposed to add. We were supposed to add a map page. Oh, that's why I sprayed it because it was too bright for me. So this is a map page. So street plans of the city of uh, Westminster, and I told y'all I have an aunt in England, and I think she used to live in Winchester, Minister, or one of her kids lived there. And then this reminded me of her because they don't drink tea, and I just thought it was funny to put that there. But um, yeah, It reminds me of my Aunt Lorraine, who lives over there. And over there, she goes by Larry or Law because that's apparently short for Lorraine over there. We had to do Scrabble. And this is some more washi tape. I decorated an envelope. And all my little Scrabble tiles that I made are in here. I colored them. And I backed them with chipboard. Well, it's like cracker board. But so they would stay in here. I put little Velcro dots from Dollar Tree. These are my little Candyland man. Yeah, I know. And then here's Taboo. So I've got my little questions for Taboo in here. And I'm calling this my game night page. So I've got more games and I get to learn how to play. Oh, right. This lifts up. And I've got a Yahtzee score sheet. That's not for the blind. So I've got a Yahtzee score sheet so we can play Yahtzee. Oh, there's my calligraphy. Too many games for this for this hunt. This sucks. Yeah, I'm sorry. We were supposed to write something sarcastic. So that was my sarcastic one. Mostly that's because I didn't know half these games. We had to use a stencil. So I used a stencil that I made on my Cricut of this wall. We had to use a coffee filter, so I used marker on this. That was one of my buttons I made for her face, and I covered it in napkin. Oh, that's a Chanel stick. That's some twine from Dollar Tree. That's a heart that somebody gave me. Ray, for Happy Valentine's Day gave me that, and I just made it look like she was dancing near the wall. I really like how this wall turned out. This was my first use of watercolors right here. And I like that page so much I went back and did the hearts. Then we had to do a page of shapes and a coloring page. So this is a color by number that I can color it sometime. And there's the key. And these are just all different colors where I was playing around with um, just playing around. Uh, my little tuck says, "Have a magical Valentine Day." This is supposed to be that fib art. I looked that up. I don't get it, don't understand it, but there's my interpretation. Then we had to do a pet and something for childhood. I so what I did is when I was a child growing up, I had this giant teddy bear that my dad got me, and I used to pet on it all the time. So I made a teddy bear in here so that I could pet it. So that's my teddy bear. That's my childhood memory and pet all in one. And then we had to add sticky notes, so those were the only sticky notes I had. Probably should have blocked that out, but oh well. Then we had to use, like I said before, fabric. We had to use tissue paper. We had to use a toilet paper roll. So what I did was I made this little scene. So there's my window with my curtains. There's a planter outside underneath the window. That's a toilet paper roll with some more twine. These are just leaves that I turned. This is my door. It says, "Come on in and sit a spell." That's what we say here in the South. Uh, then we had to do a ransom note. I said, if you want to see your collection again, then bring the chocolate. I was craving chocolate that day. We had to use rubber stamps, and I just love my little house mouse people. So there he is with his jelly beans. There he is with this sign in the little dude's tail saying, "Get well." This one, Ray Ray got me. Happy Ray of Sunshine. And then we had to do something from Sorry. So again, I got the Sorry game board. I've also got all the pieces so my husband and I can play this if we want. And then that's it. That that is my scavenger hunt journal. All 100 prompts. Oh, it said use a ruler. I used a ruler. Right there. For that. It's good. To find it. There's my purple page. I'm going to do a purple page. And where did my... That's my rainbow page. As I use an envelope, I used bunches of envelopes. So yeah, I think I showed you everything that was on here. So that was my interpretation of the scavenger hunt for 2022. I had a lot of fun doing it, and yes, some of it was maddening because I didn't know what it was. The only thing I have left to do is I want to make myself some kind of closure because it's a chunky monkey, but it's okay. I like it. Alrighty then, I'm gonna leave you guys with this, and yeah, in the description box below, I will link the video of the lady doing this. I have to take these glasses off. The light is glaring and tone. Make my eyes water. Sorry. Anyway, I will link her video down below. If you all like this video and you want to come back and see more of my craziness, uh, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. YouTube may or may not notify you when and if I do an upload. And I'm going to try to do another short video here in a minute of actually doing a craft. So stay tuned for that. I have to set up for it. Anyway, until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye from Tennessee.